I'm doing what I'm usually doing, charging batteries. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm charging batteries. Lovely. Got a couple of minutes, I'd say. This stuff takes a couple of hours to set in, but I've got a couple of minutes. I'm going to spray this down. I've got the carpet in here is a bit, well, it's getting a little bit manky, look. It's getting a little bit manky. Going in and out. We're using this quite a lot, actually. So, I've got some of this. I found it in the cupboard. I didn't buy it specially. I found this in the cupboard, just vanished stuff. God knows how old it is. Is there a date on it? 29th of the 3rd, 2023. I don't know if that's a date that it expires or a date when it was made. But it's going to work. I'm going to use it now. So I'm going to spray a load of this down. And then I'll have to hoover it up later on when it's set. It says a couple of hours, but I think it'll be alright. I've done all the beds and everything. But just like to try and keep on top of things if I can, because it's all too easy just to carry on, you know what I mean, and things just get left behind and things just start to get really dirty. Like I've just sprayed a load of, because me blooming washing up sponge thing fell off and it went in there and leaked everywhere. So I thought I'd spray a load of this descaler stuff. Bloody good stuff, this. Spray a load of this all over that. Let that soak in, because I left a spoon in there as well and it made a rust mark. This bloody stainless spoon, it made a rust mark. Unbelievable. Anyway, these things happen, don't they? So yeah, just I can't sit and I can't just not do anything. Do you know what I mean? I've got a bit of spare time. I like to just do something while I'm waiting for whatever it is I'm waiting for. That way I'm not wasting time, do you know what I mean? I only live once. I only live once. I've got to make good use of my time on this earth. I don't know. Crazy, eh? The thing you see, these Vanish products, they've been about for many years, more than 20 years now. And then there's nowhere near as good as actually wet vacuuming your carpet, but I can't wet vac in here because it's a camper van. And I don't want to bring any wetness in here on the floors, definitely not. But sometimes I've had a go. This is alright it does actually do a good job, to be fair, for what it is, in my opinion. I wouldn't say it's great, but it does do a good job. It does actually bring the carpet up a little bit. But you know, you get that stuff. You can get that stuff, can't you? It's like a powder, and it comes in a bag, like a bag. It's like a wet powder, and you shake it. Vanish stuff, and you shake it. That ain't too bad. But one thing that I can say 100% is brilliant about these Vanish things: the smell. I love the smell of Vanish. It smells so good, so good. I mean, if it wasn't so expensive. Do you remember that shake and vac? We still get shake and vac sometimes. You can still buy a shake and vac, believe it or not. And we get that sometimes if we go in Savers or Poundland. It's like it's a pound a bloody bottle now though, so it's a bit more. It used to be, I don't know what it used to be, about 30p for a bottle, like a big bottle. And you just shake it all over your carpet. I don't know if you're supposed to brush it in with a broom, but I brushed it in with a broom to let it get right in the carpet. Leave it for 10 or 15 minutes. And then you vacuum it out. And it leaves a really nice smell. Shake and vac smells so good. So we used to do that, but that's a pound a bottle. We do get it now and again, but not often. But if this Vanish stuff was a bit cheaper, a lot cheaper, I'd get it so often. I'd literally just throw it all over the place. It smells so good. But anyway, I found that in the cupboard. I thought, well, it's sitting there. I'm not going to use it. I might as well just spray it all over this carpet and see what happens. So it says on the bottle, on the can, it says on the can to leave it Shake well and spray. Soak and foam. Clean broom brush brussel. Clean the damp moisture sponge. Leave for 2 hours or until dry and then vacuum, it says. So I'll brush it around with a brush in a minute. Get it in the carpet, and then I'll leave it for a couple of hours, and then I'll come and suck it up and see if it's actually any brighter. But I've got a lot of things I need to do today. I'm waiting on some very important phone calls, and I need to go out and do some things. So I'm going to be driving around in this. So it's going to be smelling lovely. I know something from you lot. I want to know, what would you do if you had like a, let's say you had like you had a big wad of cash, a load of money. Someone had just given you and said, right, start a business. Yeah. What would you start? What kind of business would you start? What would you do? I'm not really sure. There's so many different things that I'd like to give a go. I don't really know. But I think I'd do something along the lines of making something interesting. Because look at these engines. Nova B5R Evo. Look at the design of it. It's bloody fantastic. And they've made that unique to them. There's so many things I would do. I'd be very interested in doing some kind of mobile mechanic. Just drive all around the country. But for RC cars. I can't stand the bloody things. But I think I'd love to have a fully equipped van with all the tools, everything I need. And just be like a mobile mechanic. You get them for real cars and other things. So why not RC cars? I've never seen one before. How good would that be? People could just phone me up. Yep. And away I go. To go and mend their nitro car. Or their petrol RC car. I think I'd do something like that. Something unique. And give it a go. There'd be a lot of people who would say, that would never work. But you don't know unless you try. So I want to know, what would you do? Don't worry about money. Some anonymous investor has said to you, right, I'm going to back you all the way. Start up this business. Go for it. It's all on you. You do it. What would you do? What would you start? How would you do it? And I just want to know. Come on, tell me. Well, that was a good old run. That buggy ran really, really well. So, putting everything back, I've only done one tank. I'm a bit scarce for time today, so I only did one tank. But it ran bloody excellent. Probably, there it is. It's probably one of the best running buggies I have. Happy days. And the day is excellent. I don't know what you can see from where you are, but the day is absolutely fantastic. Blue sky over there, a bit cloudy over there, but I'm not too worried about that. Very nice. Right, let's go. Wind's been blowing in the grill, it's cooled it right down now. Probably got to put the choke on. Oh no, what a disaster. Does it feel like to you like people these days aren't all that interested in keeping things from the past. Things that were good from the past, they're not really interested in keeping it. They think to themselves, well, doesn't matter, it's old, it's whatever, doesn't matter anymore. That's why it's even more important nowadays that when you come across something from the past which was really good back then, things have moved on, but it was really good back then, and now it's still quite good, that you do your best to look after it and keep it and protect it. Which is why it's massively important that I look after this. This is an iconic thing for a HPI Savage. The Savage is a monster truck. Actually, let me get one so I can show you. So that's the first ever HPI Savage Nitro monster truck, the Savage 21. This, I'm not sure if they bring these out for the 21 or the 25, or what year they bring the quad out. It's actually a proper licensed Kawasaki KFX 700 shell. No, to be honest, I don't know if this actual one is a proper one. But I know that they don't make them anymore. And they used to, it probably is a proper one. And they came with a figure as well. You had a rider that sat on it, and it looked amazing when it was actually on the thing. I can't fit this one to my Savage at the moment because I need longer body mounts. I need longer body mounts in order to be able to fit it, because it needs to be higher up. I have got some somewhere in the box, but I can't find them anywhere. But I will find them, and then I'm going to mount that onto my truck, and it's going to look amazing. I always wanted the quad bike shell when I was a kid, because I got this truck when I was merely a teenager, not even a teenager, nowhere near, probably 10 years old when this came out, and I got this for Christmas. And I see an advert on the television, because back then they used to advertise hobbies. These days adverts aren't about hobbies, adverts aren't about anything like that. These days adverts on the television, on the mainstream telly, are all about products to make money. That's all it's all about. But they used to advertise hobbies. They don't even advertise alcohol or cigarettes anymore, which is crazy, because they're all people's hobbies, you know, it's all things that people want to do. So why do they not advertise them? It's crazy. But they don't advertise hobbies. They used to advertise RC cars and all that kind of stuff on the actual telly. Yeah, they did. Anyway, I saw the quad bike shell when I was a kid, and I wanted it, but it was a lot of money. Even nowadays, shells are a lot of money, but this one was a lot of money by the standards back then, and I never got it. Now, I'm lucky enough to have one without the rider, so I'll be able to find an Action Man or something to go on it. A channel member, well, I'm not sure if he's a member or a subscriber, probably both, sent me this shell. He said, look, I've got a couple of them. I have one, because I know you wanted one. So, when you get something from the past that is massively, you know, it was so good back then, a lot of people probably smash those up. And nowadays, they'd probably chuck it to one side and think to themselves, oh, it doesn't matter, it's old. Look after stuff from the past that was good, because we won't get any more. They certainly won't make any good things anymore. Things aren't made good anymore. Anyway, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, you lot. Thanks for joining me. Let me know if... I know this channel isn't really about RC cars and all that kind of stuff, but it's something that I'm interested in, and this channel is about stuff that I do that I'm interested in. I just film stuff and that kind of thing. By the way, there is a lot more campervan Talbot stuff coming up. I've got some parts I need to fit, some bits and bobs. When I get the time, it's not the sort of stuff that I can sort of do in 5-10 minutes. It's sort of a day's work, 2 days work here and there. You know what I mean? So once I get the chance to actually dedicate a day or something to it, then there will be some Talbot videos coming up. I've got some bits and bobs. I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's a surprise, but there's a lot of mechanical stuff coming up, put it that way. Engine stuff, bits and stuff, just stuff like that coming up to do with the Talbot. So if you're waiting around for that, it is coming. I appreciate you hanging around. But RC cars are a big part of my life, and they always have been ever since I was a kid. I used to have bulldozers and whatever else with a remote, you know, with a wire when I was young. So let me know if you had one of these shells when they first came out in the early 2000s, and if you can remember how much it was, put it in the comments, because they were a lot of money. I know they were. I'll catch you later. If you find something that's old, it survived all this time, don't just chuck it aside. Don't put it in the bin. Don't smash it up. Don't do anything. Look after it, yeah? It's different if it's if it's mass produced and there's millions of them about still, fair enough. But if it's getting rarer and rarer, look after it. You might even be able to sell it for some money, depending if the right person comes along. I'll see you later on. Take care. Love life. All the best.